I think I said at the end of last month, the Cubs had to get to 10 games above 500 for me to actually take them seriously for a potential playoff push, maybe division title, because they had by far the easiest, most dog shit part of the schedule you could ever imagine. Well, they've gotten there, but I, they've gotten it in a very, very roundabout way. But I guess it is time to once again break down the month. If it wasn't for the World Cup, this would be the only thing I'd ever talk about. Is the Cubs slowly killing me? Anyway, so we start out the month with a good old series against the Athletics, which again it is the Athletics, but they were, pretty close in terms of, record. But it's not great when you just have no offense to speak of. You give a guy that has never had a major league win, 7 innings of 1 run ball. And we lose 2-1 on our first game at home against the Athletics. And then even better, we blow it in the eighth inning and the 10th inning to lose again to the Athletics. Half reaches 1,000 career hits. Good job. I'm proud of you. What was it? Well, we still at least won the final of the series on a casual 4 run ninth inning. Yeah, definitely love the heroics here, but we just downshifted from 4 to 3 wins above 500, which is not great. But we got the Giants next, and the Giants, they are significantly worse than the Athletics. I mean, they're 13 games under 500. We'll make that 12 because Cabrera gets lit up for 8 runs on 3.2, and everyone else just kind of dies. Hobie Milner with a 6 spot and .1 innings. Don't worry, he would only give up 1 run the rest of the month. So that's get all the runs out of your system when you're already losing 9-3 or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was a pretty disastrous game. Just awful, just completely awful. But hey, you know what? We won in the 10th inning this time, so woohoo. Giants just needed to just not commit an error, and what do you know? They committed an error. Wahoo! Anyway, yeah, I had to rely on another PCA bailout. Hey, it's a home run. I wonder if that's a common theme this month. But we still lose the next game to the Giants. We haven't won a series in like God knows how long. We lose in the 10th inning too. What the fuck, man? So now, what are we looking at? 2 games above 500 in the quote-unquote easiest part of the schedule? What are we doing, man? All right, whatever. We have at the Rockies. We should score more than 3 goddamn runs. They scored 7 in 3 innings, and we lose. Alright, that's great. But we have another game. Oh, nope, it's a 1-run loss. We lose in the 9th inning despite at least getting the tie back with an Ian Happ home run. But they win. Palencia just couldn't handle it, apparently. Was that? Yeah. After that game, he felt soreness, just decided to not pitch for 5 days, and then go on the IL. He'll get the win later on the 15th. But so that with that, the Cubs are now at 500, right at 500, just the way that we started the season. Woof. Now, you know, this is not ideal for the Cubs' ambitions. Being 10 days into the easiest month, and you have gotten 4 games worse against teams of the like of the Oakland Athletics. Sorry, the Athletic. I will never. Gotta be a city name in front of it. The fucking San Francisco Giants and the Rockies. The Rockies, dude. I don't even know if they have fans anymore. The only people that go to their ballpark are, people that just want to get $2 beers. That's the only reason why people would ever shell out $5 for a ticket is because beer is cheap there. Like, whatever. We got the final win. We don't go under 500. Thank goodness. Good job, Suzuki. You've decided to hit ball. Bregman hit a home run. Woo, we're actually taking advantage of the rocky air. God, it just felt nice. But we got another series against the Giants. Like, let's actually get something going. Let's win a series for the first time in what seems to be an age. And they're trying to do it with a 5-1 and, what do you know, a 6-1. They win the series. Good. And PCA home run on the first pitch. I wonder if that's becoming a trend. Hey, Ben Brown did okay for once. The bullpen certainly did better. Well, what do you know? We can't sweep the Giants. Again, this Giants team is like still 10 plus games under 500. The Reds are better than this team. The Giants are actively at war with their collegiate manager. What's going on, man? What is this nonsense? Woke nonsense. But now we have Rockies at home. Okay, all right. We should be able to beat them, and we certainly do. PCA after what was it, yesterday? I think he. No. He missed a cycle. No, he didn't miss a cycle. Someone at some point he did, but then he got it. Woohoo! He hit for the first cycle in what seems to be an age. We did have to rely on a 3 runs in the last 2 innings to make the comeback. PCA sac fly. It was just mostly the Rockies self-destructing. The win was on a Shaw walk-off. That's something that was never said before that moment. But of course, we got to pull up stinker with getting bummed on by the guy that we traded for in the last deadline. That basically was whole nothing burger. He beats us. Whoever this Carrick guy is pretty good, but even not in that game, he was not good. But hey, you know what? We still win. 7 runs in 1 inning. That hadn't been done since forever. I don't know. That's progress, I guess. Scoring 7 in an inning and then being able to coast the rest of the game. Even if you did give up 4 runs in the final inning and had to fucking get yourself bailed out from Webb. What is Roberts doing? Yeah, cool. So we won 2 series in a row. Amazing. Let's take this momentum and play against the Blue Jays. Now, this is not the Blue Jays team that whatchamacallit, won the not won it, but got to the World Series. No, they are certainly not, as they lose 16-2 with another Ben Brown masterclass. Yeah, we actually score runs. We got another 7 spot, and then a 4, and then a 5 later in the game. I know, incredible. I've never seen 16 runs in a game. Totally not. But, of course, it got to hit back to reality. The hitting actually kind of does its job, but the pitching The relief pitching. Webb, Thielbar, Thornton. My nightmares consist of those guys. Rolson, you're okay there. Thornton. At least Roberts did okay. But there would be a third Nope. Psych. They decide to questionable scheduling on this one. But you know what? Whatever. It's fine. No, that was the next one. So now we'll have to play out the final game of that series in August 6th. That's a lot of games. And right after the Yankees and the Dodgers. Jesus, humanity. Could you please give us some time out there? But hey, you know what? It's fine. We now have a 4-game series against the Mets. Having to travel all the way to New York. And that's yet another postponed game. Mind you, this game was starting at 6:10 for some fucking reason. Did you not? There was barely any rain, too. The World Cup game that was over there was, delayed for an hour at most. There was no one there. Alright, fine. I guess we're going to have to squeeze 4 games in 3 days. Thank you, Mets. Fucking hell. But, the Mets series started out well. Hey, you know what? It's fine. 9-6, even if the pitching just decides to die in the 9th inning. You know what? It doesn't matter. We still win. Who is Jaden Murray? I don't fucking know. 9.37 ERA, gets yeeted back to AAA. Whatever, man. Whatever, it's fine. I don't know who this guy is. He's given up at least 2 runs in his past 5 games. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care. We still won the game. Even better, we scored another 10 runs. Wow, we can hit double digits consistently? Where was this all season? My lord. Or really all month or year, I guess. The Mets thought they had hope with a 3-run 4th inning, and then we responded with 2 3-run innings of our own. Good job, Assad. Around this time, our nightmare blunt rotation of starters was Assad. Let's go through the 4 starters against the Mets. Cabrera, who's kind of just been there, and oh, by the way, picked up another injury during the game. He did the splits or whatever. Fucked up his hamstring, and he's out for a month or more. Fucking kill me. What is it? Poor Kodai Senga. And then, Assad. And then in the next game where we win 10-5, we have to start Imanaga. Oh, wait. He's been the only guy that has been healthy all season long. That is true. He's been the only one that's actually started every one of his games. It's good to an extent, but he also just gives up home runs like it's nothing. Whatever. It's fine. He got the win. It's fine. And then in the 10-inning nonsense, we had to start Boyd. Oh, yeah, Boyd's back, by the way. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention that. He's finally back from his injury stint. So that's great. Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah. But 10th inning win. Wahoo! Webb actually did something for once. A lot of 10-inning games. The Manfred rule shenanigans. It does pretty well in finishing games in under 11 innings or something. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our games this month have been in the 10th inning. Ended there at least. Yeah. So that's a sweep in the Mets. A pretty casual one. The Mets fired their coach afterwards. But we did make one key acquisition over the course of the series. Just after sweeping the doubleheader of that game, we picked up this little-known guy named, who's he? David Peterson? I don't know. He's apparently been with the Mets for quite some time. was shitting out a 6 ERA there, and our front office said, "You're a warm body. That's good enough. Hop on our train." And he is now pitching for the Cubs for the low, low price of our 14th best whoever. I don't really care. He's a warm body. We desperately need it. It was either that or. Ugh, what game was that? I don't remember what game that was. Was it Peterson? No, it was this one. Yeah, okay. So the next game we had to start Rhea, a very unfortunate blight that everyone has to deal with at some point. But he actually did okay. He's not actually a blight. The real blight was Ethan Roberts for blowing a game, and then Jay and Murray pissing on it a little more. There's a reason why you've been chucked back, kid. So that's a loss at the Brewers. You got to remember that we are having to play at the Brewers. Now you may look at this. You may look at this and be like, wow, okay, so it says like 4 games. Why does it say 5.5? Well, it's because the Brewers, for this entire 2-month stretch here, they've always been like 3 or 4 games played behind. I don't know why. I don't know when they start playing those games, but I mean, last I checked, they haven't had a bunch of games chucked out, so who knows? What was it? Yeah. There was one game where we had to start literally nothing. I don't know why I can't find it, but Son. No, stop that. Imanaga. Was it this one? No, that was the one that Boyd started. Whatever. I'm losing my mind. It's fine. But the next day we go out and beat the Brewers. Hey, nice, good job. Peterson didn't start out well with a home run, but he did fine enough. And wow, look at that. We can actually do something. Incredible. Woohoo. Yay. I don't know. But in the final game, the Brewers somehow lose, and after getting swept in the home series against them, getting swept in the home series by them, we have suddenly won the series at their place. Still a game deficit, or actually 2-4, so like 2-game deficit, but baby steps, boys. That's all we need. But now we have the most recent series against the good old Padres. The Padres have been performing similarly to how they did against us in the wild card round, which is very, 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 very mediocre, with their star talent kind of just forgetting how to hit the baseball. That definitely showed in the first game, where we just about beat him 3-2 on a Suzuki walk-off. Good stuff here, lads. Suzuki with some good stuff today. And then just to get saved by the bell for our 10th game above 500, we beat him again. 9-7 makes it look a lot closer than it was, but a 4-run 8th inning by Assad. Don't worry, that wasn't his only inning. He had like 2 perfect innings beforehand, but just about won a .1 save, 1-out save. Sure, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, that's the month. We went from like second to fourth to back to second again. The Cardinals are always just looming. Big shout out to the Pirates. They are actually above 500. This is the first time that the Pirates were above 500 halfway through a season since 2015. Which, I mean, damn, okay, you actually are doing something for once. If I remember correctly, they made the playoffs a couple of years after that, but that was wild card back then. But Good job, guys. You're at 500. I'm so that is way better than your previous season, previous seasons. I don't know what it is with these teams that basically have no money. I think the Marlins have like won 20 games in this fucking month or whatever. I need to fact check that real quick. Where are they? Yeah, the Marlins are 46-40. Oh wow, look at all that fucking green. I mean, they haven't had like too many long streaks, but like, god damn, that's a lot of green. Oh, and they're also at the Rockies, so that's why they can score 24 runs in 2 days. I guess maybe the cheat code is not spending money, which is, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think. The Cubs are an injured mess. They just are uh, a walking hospital ward. Pretty much everything is on the pitching side. I mean, we can look at the transaction list on here. Wicks, yeah, Shaw, rehabilitated. I don't remember that. Cabrera was able to come back from an injury. We trade away some dude for cash considerations. More. We finally called up Assad for some reason. I don't know. Some of these are just strange. They just really are. Talion, Shaw, back-to-back injuries. I just realized that we're going to miss Shaw again because he also just got injured. I don't know. No, we got him back. But Talion going out, that's not great. Thornton got back from the paternity list. Yes, he became a father. Congratulations. Palencia, injured with something. Apparently, he's going to be out through the All-Star break. So it's fine. It's fine. You know what? And then a couple days without doing nothing, then we get a Jaden Murray. Yes, we traded for the guy that has put up such great stat lines as 2 innings of 2 runs, 1 inning of 3 runs against the Mets, and 2 innings of 3 runs against the Brewers. So I wouldn't say that's the greatest stat line. Also, that Detroit one was not whatever. We signed Pomerantz. You remember when we let go Pomerantz for some reason? But well, he's kind of shit out a 5 ERA, and he's now back. So yay! Welcome back, Pomerantz. You're gonna be stuck in AAA for a bit, but to develop a little more. But we'll see you soon. We'll definitely see you soon. We got a Bryce Wilson. Do you know who Bryce Wilson is? Well, Milwaukee sure does. 4 point. Oh yeah, that's what I remember. The 28th, the 10 inning one. We started a dude named Rollison. We already know him. He's been on the team for a bit. But then we got 4.1 innings of Bryce Wilson. I didn't know who that man was before that game. I did not know who that man was. But he's here, I think. I don't know. He's here. That's for sure. Acquired off waivers from Philly. What are you doing? This guy's good enough, son. I mean, he definitely had to rest a little afterwards, but whatever. Purchase from minors. Oh, yeah. That was the guy that was slated to start originally before something. I don't remember. Return of 27th man. That is a funny thing. Oh, yeah. Cabrera getting injured. Oh, yeah. In addition with Cabrera. Yeah, I remember. Ben Brown. Neck strain. You remember that injury in 2024 that basically took him out for the rest of the season because his neck just decided to snap or whatever? It's back, but this time maybe he won't be out until next season. He's probably going to be out until after the All-Star break, so oof. Yeah, that was around the time we were like, okay, we need somebody. David Peterson, go. We also got Boyd back. Yay. Yay! That's good. Phil Matten then also got injured. The next day, he got fucking injured. So that's fantastic. I love right knee tendonitis. That's gonna like take him out for some time. I mean, he wasn't doing. I mean, he was doing okay, but his last two starts were not great. Again, his last two games against the Mets were not great. Next day, Hobie Milner goes out with appendicitis. He's out for like 4 to 6 weeks with again appendicitis. Maybe that explains the 0 inning 1 earned run game against the Mets. DFA that guy. Oh yeah, we like purchased him and then DFA'd him. Shaw and Ethan Roberts going on the injured list, and he's been yeeted back to the minors. Yeah, a lot of this injury nonsense. I don't quite understand why. Just why. I don't. It's a lot of. It just feels like a lot of nonsense, but I just at some point, when we keep getting these injuries, you just gotta make a question of what are we doing here? What is what are we who are we supposed to pray to? Who are we supposed to ask for forgiveness? Is this the Pope's doing because he's a White Sox fan? I mean, the White Sox are doing well. They had a better record than us at one point. Like, what's the big deal with this? Why is our injured list growing at an exponential rate? Why did we only have 4 starters at one point? Why? Why? If we, on top of all those injuries, like one of our better pitching prospects also has an injury, so we can't even call that dude up. Yeah, we're basically relying on a bunch of 30-plus-year-old relievers to get us through the season, to occasionally start games. I don't. I don't. I don't know if that's gonna like fully work. I mean, 8-2 in the last 10 games is pretty good. It's the couple week period where Dansby Swanson figures out how to hit the ball. I think he just got back above 200. Maybe Bregman can actually live up to his contract a little. I don't know. We are at the end of June, and I still don't understand the fate for the Chicago Cubs season. I think they can make the playoffs. They have the concept of making the playoffs. It's just whether they are going to fucking execute that plan. Because there's a good chance that they just won't. And honestly, I don't really know, other than we got to have a different medical staff. We got to have better diets. Stop playing with your damn kids. I kid. I'm just kidding. You can still play with your kids. Just don't stand up too fast. Don't sneeze awkwardly. Don't stub your toe. I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna see a notification on my phone that says that I don't know. Who would I care? Imanaga has stubbed his toe, and he's gonna be out for 15 on the 15-day injured list. I'm just gonna be like, yep, he was the last guy to not get injured. All right. Had to happen at some point. You do actually worry when Imanaga is going to go down, because he is a warm body. All right? We're not talking about how good these players are. We have to talk about are they a warm body? Are they able to play games? And if yes, then that is a very good trade because right now we are looking for the best ability, which is availability. And a good amount of players right now are just not cutting it. I mean, Shaw just keeps getting randomly put on the injured list for something. I don't think us retraining him to be a outfielder is the reason for that. It'd be a stupid reason for that, but who the hell knows at this point? Do we have an electric substation out there? We gotta investigate a lot of this because let's just not. Let's just not, please. It's not it's not every day when you're questioning if your team can actually do something when you're 10 games above 500 at the end of June, but you still worry because I don't know. Let's give some context into how 48 and 39 is. Okay, so the Rays are one game ahead of that. They are top of the American League. We are tied in wins with the Yankees. They need to play an extra game. One win behind the Braves. They also need to play some damn games. We are first in the wild card ahead of the Phillies. I don't know what the tiebreakers are. The Cardinals are in the playoffs at the moment, but they need to also play some damn games. In fact, I think they're 5 games behind the Marlins. Yeah, again, also we have the same amount of losses as the Cardinals. I don't understand. Why have we played so many more games? Have they just not played 4-game series all year? We've had multiple. We've had a couple games postponed at this point now. We got one that's playing in August or something. What are we doing here? I think the Cardinals had one or two. I don't remember the Brewers. But next month, what do I want target goal for next month? Next month, let's not have injuries. And I don't know. Let's get to 15 plus games above 500. That would be nice. Especially since we're hitting a nice little groove into the season. Let's just pray that it doesn't stop by the All-Star break or something. A nice groove into the season, and then, just be able to pull it out there. Make good deadline acquisitions, because, dear God, they just need to do that. I mean, you did good by getting at least one starter, but to be honest, we're going to need a whole hell of a lot more starters where we're going. So, whatever the Marlins have, buy. Buy from the Marlins. They're the hottest team. They might actually be buying at the deadline. I don't know. They have most of their players at cap floor? Whatever. They have enough money to spend. Buy. Buy from someone. We need at least one or two starters for the rest of the season. I don't think AAA has enough guys to do that. They're also going through an injury crisis too. So that just doesn't help. Yeah. Just get more separation from the Cards. That's kind of what I want for them at this point. I feel like the Pirates have played games. I don't know. I don't get the MLB. I don't get scheduling. But yeah, thank you for listening to my questionable details of this here month. Maybe my next month I'll be pitching an inning for the Cubs. I don't know. They need a warm arm. I can provide you that. Someone will. Someone will. Anyway, that'll be it for now. I'll see you guys later this week. later this week. See ya.